hurts because your babies are your world. You try to do whatever you can to protect them.
Botched dentistry ruining hundreds of smiles. What families can do to fight back.
From WTVG Toledo, this is 13 ABC Action News with Diane Larson and Lee Conklin.
And tonight we're following two major stories, one that affects thousands of drivers here in the Toledo area, another that has a lasting impact on hundreds of families.
And we're going to get to that construction project in just a minute, but we want to start with the story that we first broke last week. A disreputable, now bankrupt dental clinic caused families thousands for unnecessary procedures. 13 ABC's Bridget Burnett continues our coverage of Small Smiles dental clinics. Bridget?
Last week, I told you that a local law office settled with Small Smiles' insurance companies. Some people who had similar experiences to those I highlighted last week asked, well, what can I do now? I went back to Charles Boyk Law Office to see if there is any avenue patients and parents can pursue. These are the faces of kids, snapshots showing what it was like some years ago after a visit to Small Smiles Dental Clinic. These mouths show crowns, extractions, procedures parents say never needed to be done.
I'm hearing kids screaming, and they're like, oh, no, kids are afraid. Don't worry about it. It's nothing, dangerous or anything like that. They're fine.
But they really weren't. Charles Boyk Law Offices uncovered kids were strapped down while Small Smiles dentists operated. Some kids left with a mouthful of work and only came for a cleaning.
She was also medicated, so she was loopy for the rest of that day, and then that next day it was just she wasn't herself.
Since 13 ABC's exclusive story last week, more parents told us their kids' teeth still need work years later because of what Small Smiles ruined. Tanisha Jones and many others who saw the story, they just found out there was a lawsuit against the dental chain.
So when they closed, I thought that anything after the dentist told me they shouldn't have never had that done, that I kind of just lost out because they were no longer in existence.
The communications director for the law office says there are steps you can take to pursue a malpractice claim. First, find dental records from Small Smiles. You can do that by checking with your dentist now. The Ohio State Dental Board may be able to help you, and if you were on Medicaid, they may have billing records.
If the parents are able to get a hold of those medical records, then there is a chance that they can still go after the individual dentist.
Small Smiles went bankrupt, so no claims can be filed against Small Smiles, the clinics, or its insurance companies.
Unfortunately, we weren't given a list of all the kids that went to Small Smiles, and we were just trying to spread the news like word of mouth.
We only have photos of just a few families from our area, but there are hundreds still living with horrific memories and refuse to smile again. Because what was once a small smile, those joys were taken away. Now, not everyone who worked at Small Smiles were dirty dentists. There were a few whistleblowers who helped the FBI. All of this information and much more can be found on 13abc.com. There is also a link that will direct you to the Boyk Law Office for more ways to file a malpractice claim. Reporting live, Bridget Burnett, 13 ABC Action News.